At this time, I will call the meeting to order. Please call the roll. Clerk, please call the roll.
Certainly. Commissioner Baker, Commissioner Dellisfort,
Present.
Commissioner Granados.
Present.
Commissioner Kowalski.
Here.
Commissioner Mirabella, Commissioner Palmieri Muedad.
Here.
Commissioner Williams.
Here.
Vice Chairman Bodek,
Here.
and Chairwoman Leon.
Present.
Let the record reflect you have 7 commissioners present for this evening's regular meeting.
Clerk of the Board, please read the statement of compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act.
Madam Chair, I'm going to start off with the prayer and salute first, if that's okay.
Sorry, yes. Lead us in prayer.
Humbly we ask God, the giver of peace and lover of charity, to give the entire family of nations true agreement with his will, and to grant the light of his spirit on all who work for justice and peace. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the United States of America and
to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
May I have a motion to approve the
I'm
communications?
sorry, if I may, just read into the record the statement of compliance as you had asked. The chair wishes to announce that pursuant to the requirements of New Jersey statutes annotated, Title 10, Chapter 4, Section 10 of the Open Public Meetings Act, adequate notice of this meeting of the Board of County Commissioners of the County of Union has been given by mailing the annual meeting schedule for year 2025, along with periodic changes necessitated by circumstance to the newspapers circulating within the County of Union who are designated to receive such notice, and by posting the annual meeting schedule for year 2025 in the Administration Building, and further by filing the annual meeting schedule for the year 2025 with the Office of the County Clerk.
Thank you. May I have a motion to approve the communications?
So moved.
Second.
Motion was made by Commissioner Kowalski and seconded by Commissioner Williams. Clerk of the Board, please call the roll.
Commissioner Dellisfort.
Abstain from January 6th, January 13th, special meeting.
I'm sorry, this is for the communications.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's a yes, correct?
Yes.
Commissioner Granados?
Yes.
Commissioner Kowalski?
Yes.
Commissioner Palmieri Muedad?
Yes.
Commissioner Williams?
Aye.
Vice Chairman Bodek?
Aye.
And Chairwoman Leon.
Aye.
That's 7 votes in the affirmative on all of the communications.
May I have a motion to approve the January minutes?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Motion was made by Commissioner Williams and seconded by Vice Chair Commissioner Bodek. Clerk of the Board, please call the roll.
Commissioner Dellisfort.
Abstain from January 6th reorg, January 13th special meeting, and the January 23rd agenda and regular. Not present.
Commissioner Granados.
I don't.
Commissioner Kowalski.
Abstain from the January 13th special meeting and from the January 13th special meeting and January 23rd agenda meeting. Yes to the others.
Commissioner Palmieri Muedad.
Aye to all.
Commissioner Williams.
Aye to all.
Vice Chairman Bodek.
Aye to all.
And Chairwoman Leon.
Aye to all.
For the January 6th reorganizational meeting minutes, you have 6 votes in the affirmative and 1 abstention. For the January 13th special meeting minutes, you have 5 votes in the affirmative with 2 abstentions. For the January 23rd, 2025 agenda session minutes, you have 5 votes in the affirmative with 2 abstentions. And for the January 23rd, 2025 regular meeting minutes, you have 6 votes in the affirmative with 1 abstention.
Thank you. At this time, I will open the meeting to the public for the purpose of commenting on Ordinance 855-2025 only. Kindly state your name and town of residence for the record and adhere to the 5-minute time limit. Oh, I'm sorry. Clerk of the Board, please read the ordinance.
Yes, Madam Chair. Ordinance for final adoption, read by title 855-2025, an ordinance to amend the laws of Union County Administrative Code and policies and general legislation by amending Part 1 Administrative Code, Chapter 1, Union County Government Structure, Article 17, Department of Administrative Services, and Article 24, Department of Economic Development. Thank you.
Okay, at this time, I will open the meeting to the public for the purpose of commenting only on ordinance 855-2025. Kindly state your name and town of residence for the record and adhere to the 5-minute time limit.
Good evening, Chair, ladies and gentlemen of the Commissioner Board, various Golden Nuggets. This is Bruce Patterson, Garwood, New Jersey, and I'm sitting over there right now because I'm going to be leaving early for another meeting, and I
Oh,
don't
say it
want
so.
I'll be watching the video.
I dressed up for you.
Anyway, I don't want to interfere too much, but
You have your keys tonight?
yes, I do, and I appreciate the officers. For public consumption, Mr. Bergen, what are the structural changes proposed in the Department of Administrative Services and the Department of Economic Development? Also, are there new positions being created in these departments? And if so, will they be filled by existing employees or new hires, since right now we are under a hiring freeze? So, thank you very much.
Chair, with your permission,
Yes.
this is essentially an administrative ordinance, nothing else. For administrative purposes, we are moving the functions of the telephone room, as it's called, from the Motor Vehicle Bureau, which is an administrative services, to the IT Bureau, which is an economic development. It will have no effect on functioning. There'll be no employees coming or going. The function will be essentially the same. It's really just for the budget and titles.
No new
Thank you.
hires.
Seeing no one else, I will formally close
It has to be on this ordinance, it's public comment. Okay.
this portion of the meeting. Any remarks, County Manager?
We will, you'll ask Policy Committee Chair.
Yeah. At this time, I would like to ask the Policy Committee Chair, Vice Chair Bodek, to move the ordinance 855-2025 for the final reading and adoption.
I move ordinance number 855-20-25 for final reading and authorize the clerk of the board to advertise same in accordance with the law.
Second.
Thank you. It was moved by Vice Chair Bodek and seconded by Commissioner Williams. Clerk of the Board, can you please call the roll?
Certainly. Commissioner Dellisfort,
Aye.
Commissioner Granados,
Aye.
Commissioner Kowalski,
Yes.
Commissioner Palmieri Muedad,
Aye.
Commissioner Williams,
Aye.
Vice Chairman Bodek,
Aye.
and Chairwoman Leon.
Aye.
Let the record reflect you have 7 votes in the affirmative on ordinance number 855-2025 for adoption.
The meeting is now open to the public for the purpose of commenting on resolutions being offered for adoption or any governmental issue that a member of the public may have chosen to speak on. Kindly state your name and town of residence for the record, and if speaking on a resolution on the agenda, please note the resolution number to which you are referring and adhere to the 5-minute time limit.
Well, you were leaving.
Oh, no, and I have my 5 minutes to talk. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the Commissioner Board and various Golden
Bless you.
Nuggets. Bruce Patterson, Garwood. Reso 178. Lately, we've been moving past wow numbers and into the holy crap realm. We are hiring Capital Museum Services for $128,000 to create and install a recycling and litter exhibit at Trailside. Just to comment, Doge would jump in on this expense for sure. My suggestion is to cancel the contract, have an annual high school or college contest, and honor the 3 best recycling contest winners to exhibit for 1 year at Trailside. Provide up to $5,000 total for the 3 winners. Further, the resolution mentions being paid by a grant and no cost to county, but there is a cost. It is to the taxpayers. I have explained so many times in the past. The government has no money. All of it is our money taken from us by legal governmental extortion. Reso 193 has given over 300 grand to UC PAC for talent acquisition for the county summer series. To comment, some backstory really needs to be noted to the newer commissioners. Back in 2010, under public pressure, county prosecutor was forced to do an investigation on the Union County government-sponsored Music Fest based on its questionable financing deals and failure to bring any revenues in the county. In his investigation of the finances, he found the UC PAC who was involved had secretly squirreled away 100 grand of taxpayer money. The investigation forced UC PAC to divulge the tax money back to the county. Oddly, there is no accountability of that, and so much other proven theft was uncovered. Here we now have 310 grand being given to UC PAC with no tracking of the money. So are we looking at a repeat? A leopard doesn't change its spots. We recommend that the newer commissioners read the prosecutor's past report and look into this present deal with UC PAC and here in the public, since Commissioner Kowalski was involved in all this back then. Possibly she can shed some light on it, that disaster. General comments. I saw a press release. Looks like 2 chickadees are leaving the nest at year-end, Commissioners Granados and Betty Kowalski. From my 25 years of observation of the board, Commissioner Kowalski should be considered a reliable utility hitter. She even may have had a perfect attendance for her 20 years. But in that time, she exhibited very minimal input and questioning of the thousands of county resolutions over her 200 meetings. I can count her public agenda questioning on both my hands. I wish her good luck in her retirement at the end of the year. To Commissioner Granados.
That'd be you.
He was plucked from obscurity, only hired by Elizabeth government 6 months prior. In my opinion, maybe the county political boss was looking for a DEI candidate or grooming a DEI for higher aspirations.
Wow.
And subsequently just elected by the Democrat plurality of the county, of the city and city voting blocks. The modus operandi of the county boss is not really having public interest in mind. Over the years, in my opinion, he ended up as the entertainment portion of the board, from occasionally becoming unhinged at his seat. 2 that come to mind is when I commented about the county giving free lunches to college students. He got all irate at his seat and yelling that they could end up giving free food to them for the rest of their lives. Imagine that. The other was back in the COVID days. After the public commenting, he arose from his seat and, leaning over the dais, started yelling about county procedures, spitting something that I couldn't understand what he was saying. Then we had the 2023 meeting where he was chair. He lost control of the meeting, had to call a quick recess for everyone to calm down. A member of the public called him a coward multiple times. Not as funny, though. We can't forget his secretly sticking 3 to 4 of his relatives on the county payroll as patronage, where other residents could use a job. Now he's moving up to the assembly candidacy, looking at all of the sudden county press releases about him traveling to all sorts of organizations. His handlers are working overtime using tax money to make him a higher profile in the district, kind of putting lipstick on a pig, as the colloquial expression goes. He'll probably be voted in by the political plurality, so I wish him good luck in the assembly. And regretfully, I have to leave early, so I'll watch the video at the end. Thank you.
You actually stayed for that garbage?
I'm going to be listening.
And you're clapping for it. That's okay. A DEI candidate we're clapping for. That's sad.
Chair, may I have a moment?
Sure.
I just want Mr. Patterson to understand that to use racist tropes such as DEI in disparaging our work, our commissioners, in this instance, Commissioner Granados, really speaks to the kind of racist that you are.
Just leave.
Anyone else?
I attended the 2025 swearing-in of the new commissioners and board last month. It was my first time, and I'm very happy I attended, especially to hear what the new chair had to share with regards to the 2025 plans for the county. What I heard were a lot of plans to expand existing programs and add new programs. The programs seem to be focused on giving away goods and services. I can't say I specifically heard of plans of parades, concerts, flag raisings, ceremonial celebrations, but based on 2024, I expect they will be coming as the year goes on. What I did not hear is how the county is going to save the residents money. Let me remind the board, the money being spent is not the board's money. It is our money. What I would like to leave with you today is an article of a proposal from a Republican lawmaker in New Jersey calling for a DOGE, a delegation on government efficiency. I think it is time for a Union County DOGE. Every meeting, there are not thousands and thousands of dollars being tossed around. There are millions and millions of dollars being tossed around. Pretty soon it will be billions. This spending is out of control. Remember, it is not your money. It is our money. On a second topic, I also attended the last commissioner meeting in February, on February 26, 2025. At that meeting, a citizen got up to speak and made a statement that the board did not feel was appropriate. The citizen was immediately shut down. Later in the same meeting, a commissioner, during closing comments, spoke of a federal NIH website that was missing information about the number of people of color nationwide that are afflicted with HIV/AIDS. I didn't know it was the responsibility of the federal government to provide that information. Maybe another reason the spending at the federal level is also out of control, but being addressed by DOGE. What made me really wonder was when the same commissioner referred to the President of the United States, as Trump and his cronies. The comment went totally unnoticed by the rest of the board. Why was that disrespectful comment not addressed in the same manner as the citizen comment made earlier? Thank you.
Good evening. Delia Collins, Clark, New Jersey. I'm up here regarding 2025-194, and I understand Mr. Bergen had given some explanation. My question is, when we attended the meeting at the golf course on Monday, January 13th, there was a resolution to reject all bids received for the Clark Reservoir Improvement Project. And then at that same meeting, it was mentioned that the bids would go out in two separate entities, one for the boathouse and one for the, for the dredging. What I'm trying to understand is you had the initial bid, you had the second bid that you rejected. Now you're calling this bid the second rebid, but isn't it a third bid? Or does every bid have to have, when you rebid, does it just continue the second bid, or is it a third bid? And also, what is the date of this new bid after it was rejected by the Department of Environmental Protection? And is it for the dredging bid or for the boathouse bid? That's what I'm confused also about. What did they reject and you have to rebid? And when did that rebidding go in? Thank you.
May I hand these out to you?
Goes to the clerk and he'll hand it out.
Hi, my name is Larry Cohen. I live in Fanwood. And I'm here today to talk about a bill that's in the New Jersey legislature. It's numbered A4051, S2511. It's called the Humane Pet Store Bill, and it would prohibit the retail sale of dogs, cats, and rabbits in pet stores statewide. Over the past just couple of months, 2/3 of the towns in Union County have passed resolutions in support of this bill, including 9 of the 10 towns in District 22, which we all know is almost entirely within Union County. They've joined 11 other counties in New Jersey that have also passed resolutions in support of this bill. And they have joined 149 towns in New Jersey that have already passed their own local ordinances prohibiting the retail sale of dogs, cats, and rabbits in their own towns. 7 states have also done this, prohibited this sale statewide. New Jersey is now bidding to become the 8th, and I am here asking you to lend your voice and pass a resolution in support of this bill. It's not a tough call. There's currently a law in New Jersey, the Pet Purchase Protection Act, which is supposed to regulate pet stores in the sales of, in this case, New Jersey dogs. Cats and rabbits are not sold in pet stores currently. There is not one part of the Pet Purchase Protection Act that pet stores do not violate repeatedly and willfully. It requires them to submit a list every year and specifies certain information that needs to be on it. Within the past 2 years, more than half of the stores in the state have either refused to submit that list or have omitted key pieces of information. Stores are not allowed to use breeders that do not have a USDA license as part of this law. Within the past several years, 79 instances of stores using breeders that do not have USDA licenses have been publicly documented. Stores are not supposed to leave breeders that they have used off these lists that they're supposed to hand in, because this is the way that people are supposed to be able to check on these stores and the breeders that they've been using. Over 120 times over the past several years, it has been documented that New Jersey pet stores have left breeders off their lists, including a breeder named Daniel Gingrich from Iowa, who was the first USDA licensed breeder ever to be brought up on charges by the U.S. Department of Justice. 3 stores in New Jersey used him. 2 used him after he had acquired over 100 violations. You only need 3 to not be allowed to be used by New Jersey stores. He had acquired over 100. We didn't know this for years because these stores did not put him on the list that they submitted to their towns. There are also documented instances of stores using other breeders that had violations that are spelled out in the Pet Purchase Protection Act that would make them illegal to use by stores. And perhaps the worst, the Humane Society every year puts out something called the Horrible 100. It's a list of breeders throughout the country that they consider among the worst of the worst. Really representative of what you and I would consider a puppy mill, where dogs are caged in inhumane conditions and just bred repeatedly, churning out puppies so that they can make a profit over the welfare of the dogs. In the past 5 years, New Jersey stores have used breeders that have appeared on at least one Horrible 100 list over 140 times. The Pet Purchase Protection Act isn't working. The Division of Consumer Affairs, which is tasked with enforcing it, is not doing its job. This law needs to go, and this horrible practice of these stores
Mr. Cohen, your time is up.
enabling this cruelty needs to stop. And I urge you to pass a resolution and join all these other entities in condemning. Thank you.
Seeing no one else, I will formally close this portion of the meeting. County Manager, would you like to respond to any comments?
Thank you, Chair. Counselor, would you like to address the ordinance? The bid.
The bid,
Thank you.
yes. There seems to be a little confusion. We went out to bid the first time, and all of the bids that were received were rejected. We went out to bid a second time, which is what tonight's resolution concerns. The second bid was pulled back before any responses were taken. So the rebid will actually be our third bid, and it will cover the full project. There's only one bid going out, covering everything of the work that we're going to do. I hope that makes it clearer. Thank you.
Thank you. May I have a motion to adopt resolutions 2025-176 through 2025-234?
So moved.
Second?
Thank you. Moved by Commissioner B.J. Kowalski and seconded by Commissioner Dallas Ford. Clerk of the Board, can you please call the roll?
Commissioner Dellisfort,
Aye.
Commissioner Granados,
Aye.
Commissioner Kowalski,
Yes.
Commissioner Palmieri Muedad,
Aye.
Commissioner Williams,
Aye.
Vice Chairman Bodek,
Aye.
and Chairwoman Leone.
Aye.
Let the record reflect you have 7 votes in the affirmative on all of the resolutions.
Thank you. At this time, I would like to ask County Manager Oatman to comment on his 2025 executive budget, which has been presented to the board.
Thank you, Chair. As County Manager, I present the 2025 executive budget. Union County has proudly maintained a strong record of fiscal responsibility, earning and preserving a AAA credit rating, the highest a county government can achieve. This reflects our strategic planning, conservative budget practices, and the dedication of our financial management team. After 4 consecutive years of a 0% tax increase, a modest 1.75 increase was necessary in 2024 to account for inflation, rising operating costs, and labor market pressures. For 2025, despite continued economic challenges, we are holding the line on taxes, keeping the tax rate stable while maintaining the essential services and programs our residents rely on. Union County continues to focus on shared services, leveraging partnerships to optimize resources, reducing costs, and improving efficiencies for our municipalities. We remain committed to long-term financial stability, ensuring that our budgeting decisions support both current needs and future growth. At the same time, we must acknowledge the potential financial uncertainty under a second administration of Donald J. Trump. If federal funding cuts are enacted, this could directly impact key programs and services across Union County. We are closely monitoring these developments and will take necessary steps to protect our financial health and ensure continued access to essential services. While this budget reflects current projections, we recognize that adjustments may be necessary to safeguard the county's financial health and ensure continuity of services. Every effort has been made to minimize the impact on taxpayers while upholding Union County's high quality of life. We recognize the financial pressures residents face and continue to make prudent decisions that reflect our community's needs. I want to extend my sincere appreciation to the Union County Board of County Commissioners for their leadership, their guidance, and to department heads who have worked diligently to craft this budget. A special thank you to the Department of Finance, including B.B. Taylor, John Diezik, and Ali Henriquez, whose expertise and tireless work have been invaluable in the process. Together, we continue to move Union County forward with a clear focus on fiscal responsibility, community engagement, and long-term progress. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, County Manager. At this time, I will call upon my colleagues for comments. I will start with Commissioner Williams.
Thank you, Chair. Just 2 things. One, in response to a comment that was made about something I said, it is indeed the government's responsibility to provide information to the populace that is critical to the health and welfare of all of us. To go to a National Institutes of Health or Centers for Disease Control website and find page not found regarding certain information, and this is what I was addressing a couple of weeks ago about HIV/AIDS. Other information is there on outbreaks of other diseases, etc. So to find this targeted information now missing, I think that is incredibly important to all of us so that we can, make sure that all folks are taken care of. It is certainly relevant information, and to see it disposed of as part of some, purging of information that is critical to all of us as Americans, as folks living here. I find that, unconscionable, and I stand by every comment that I made, and it seems like it may only get worse. Thank you. That's the first part. The other part, on a brighter note, is that we would like to invite all residents, local entrepreneurs, business leaders, and creative type folks to the Brand Builders Networking Breakfast on Tuesday, March 25th at 8:30 a.m. in the Kane University STEM Building. This event features keynote speaker Kim Baker. She's a celebrity makeup artist, entrepreneur, and former Wilhelmina model who's worked with a number of stars, including Tom Cruise, John Legend, and Tiffany Haddish. Kim Baker will share her journey from model to beauty mogul, offering insights on brand building, entrepreneurship, and breaking through in competitive industries. Tickets for this event are $15, and they include a complimentary breakfast, networking opportunities, exclusive raffles, and a number of giveaways. So if you are interested, please reserve your spot today at ucnj.org/UCMB. For more information, you may contact Jeff Brooks at Jeffrey, Jeffrey, Jeffrey.brooks@ucnj.org. And I want to wish everybody just final couple of days of Happy Black History Month as we move into Women's History Month and honoring the contributions of more than half the world. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Commissioner Palmieri Mudet.
Thank you, Chair. The Union County Board of County Commissioners, in partnership with the Union County Sheriff's Office, is offering a free self-defense class for women ages 18 and older on Tuesday, March 11th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. The hands-on class will be held in the gym at the John H. Stamler Police Academy, located at 1776 Raritan Road in Scotch Plains. Experienced and certified officers will guide participants through effective self-defense moves, safety precautions, and strategies to minimize potential dangers. To participate in the hands-on instruction, attendees must complete online registration and waivers. Comfortable gym attire is advised. No shoes are allowed on the mats. For more information or to register, please visit www.ucnj.org/women. You can also contact Jennifer Erdos at the Union County Office on Women. Please call her at 908-527-4216 or email jerdos@ucnj.org. And I think I'll reserve the rest of my comments. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Granados.
Thank you, Chair. Union County is seeking volunteers for the Union County Rape Crisis Center to provide guidance and support to victims of sexual violence. Bilingual volunteers are encouraged to apply. Requirements are must be a Union County resident, 18 years and older, with a valid driver's license and personal transportation. Must complete a 40-plus hour state-mandated training program. No prior counseling experience needed. Once trained volunteers serve as a confidential sexual violence advocate, answering hotline calls and accompanying victims to hospitals, police departments, and courtrooms. Training is held at the Rape Crisis Center in the Colleen Fraser Building, 300 North Avenue East, Westfield. This program is part of the Union County Division of Individual and Family Support Services and has served residents since 1984. For more information, contact 908-233-7273 or email rcc@ucnj.org. Thank you very much, Chair.
Thank you. Commissioner Kowalski.
Thank you, Chairwoman. I'd like to congratulate all the students and the staff of Votech Complex that came tonight. It's always a great thing to hear from our students and learn about the programs that they're involved in, their accomplishments, and they inevitably will be moving forward to do even more. So we're very proud of them. Also would like to congratulate Commissioner Williams on being honored at the Black History Month program in Hillside, and congratulate her on an excellent presentation at the Westfield Public Library on literary figures of the Harlem Renaissance. Very, very informative and enjoyable. So we have coming up soon the Parks and Recreation Department are announcing the return of the annual Woodcock Talk and Walk events at Watchung Reservation in Lenape Park. And they're led by Peter Axelrod, nature enthusiast, and it features a PowerPoint presentation and a guided walk exploring the unique behavior of the American woodcock. And this will be occurring on Tuesday, March 11th at 6 p.m. at Masker's Barn in the deserted village of the Watchung Reservation. And there's another event on the same topic on Thursday, March 20th at 6 o'clock in the evening at Lenape Park in Cranford. So these events are free and open to adults and children, age 10 and up. Of course, children must be accompanied by an adult. And participants are encouraged to dress warmly, wear sturdy shoes, and bring a flashlight. It seems like we're getting some spring weather, but we're not entirely out of the woods, so it's good to be prepared. You can register at ucnj.org/Woodcock Talks Walks. Just go to ucnj.org and you'll see a little picture about it. And you can call the Parks Department at 908-527-4900. That concludes my remarks. Thank you, Chairwoman.
Thank you. Commissioner Dellis Ford.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just want to take a moment to thank the county manager and the finance director for their hard work in preparing the Union County's budget. Your dedication to fiscal responsibility and strategic planning ensures that our county needs are met while still trying to maintain a strong financial foundation. And so we all appreciate your efforts in balancing the essential services, the growth, and the sustainability here throughout the county. On another note, I'd like to invite seniors and caregivers to upcoming Aging Services Kiosk, which is, the acronym is ASK, events in March. These free walk-in events provide expert guidance on senior programs, resources, and services, including form completion with bilingual staff available in Spanish. Ask Kiosk, operated by the Division on Aging, helps adults age 60 and above and caregivers connect with services like home-delivered meals, respite care, home care, and adult daycare. Any Union County senior or caregiver can visit any location. March Ask event schedule is as follows: Thursday, March 6th from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m., and that'll be held in the Elizabeth Public Library, which is located at 11 South Broad Street in Elizabeth. Thursday, March 13th from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the Garwood Public Library, located at 411 3rd Avenue. Tuesday, March 18th from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the Clark Public Library, located at 303 Westfield Ave. And Tuesday, March 25th from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the Hillside Public Library, located at 1409 Liberty Avenue. For more information, please call 1-888-280-8226 or visit ucnj.org/DHS/aging. And I also would like to congratulate Commissioner Williams on her being recognized for Black History Month by Hillside. And sorry I missed your Westfield presentation, but I heard it was wonderful, so thank you. And that concludes my report.
Thank you. Vice Chair Bodek.
We are happy to announce we are partnering with Helpsy, a leader in sustainable textile recycling, to launch a countywide clothing and accessory recycling program. This initiative reduces waste and supports sustainability by providing free drop-off bins for clothing, shoes, accessories, and household linens, regardless of condition, as long as they are dry and odor-free. Collected items will be repurposed, reused, or recycled, diverting them from landfills. Residents can drop off their items for free at the following location: Plainfield Transfer Station at 95 Rock Avenue, Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., drop off until 2:45 p.m. Scotch Plains DPW Yard at 2445 Plainfield Avenue, Thursdays from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. and Summit Transfer Station at 40 New Providence Avenue, Tuesday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 3:45 p.m., Saturday from 7:30 a.m. to 4:45 p.m. This program is part of Union County's ongoing commitment to sustainability. For more information, visit www.ucnj.org/recycling. On another note, I had the opportunity this past Sunday to attend the Sensory Theater at UC Pact with Commissioner Granados and Chairwoman Lourdes Leon, and it was an amazing show put on for kids who had special needs, and it involved them, and it was money well spent, and I don't think you could put a value on doing something like that. Thank you.
Thank you. County Council Bergen,
Thank you, nothing tonight, Chair.
County Manager Oatman.
Thank you, Chair. As someone did mention earlier, Commissioner Kowalski has announced her retirement at the end of the year after 20 years of service, and I just want to thank her for her service to the board, the people of Union County, and her retirement will be a loss, but please enjoy the future. And also, that same individual also mentioned that Commissioner Granados has announced a candidacy for the New Jersey legislature. I want to say what Trenton's gain is going to be our loss. Both BJ and Sergio leaving at the end of the year will be a loss to the people of Union County and this board. So good luck in all your future endeavors.
Thank you, County Manager Oatman. This past week, I had the privilege of attending several incredible events that showcase the heart and spirit of Union County. I began the week at the Union County OPA Preliminary State Development and Redevelopment Plan meeting at the Cranford Community Center, alongside my colleagues Commissioner Dellisford and Commissioner Kowalski, who joined me. There were also local officials, county employees, and community members for an important discussion of the state's vision for redevelopment. Continuing our commitment to inclusivity, I joined Vice Chairman Bodek and Commissioner Sergio Granados at UC PAC for the Outrageous Show. It welcomed families, and it was just so engagement and interactive. It was just awesome for individuals with autism and sensory sensitivities. I was honored to attend the Union Soccer Club travel banquet with Commissioner Granados and the clerk of the board, Mr. Pelletier, at the Portuguese Instructive Social Club in Elizabeth. We presented a resolution recognizing the club's commitment to empowering our youth, both on and off the field. And finally, I had the privilege of joining Commissioner Alexander Mirabella and Deputy County Manager Amy Crisp Wagner at the Elizabeth Development Company 9th Annual Leadership Award reception. I had the honor of delivering opening remarks to recognize EDC's outstanding work and driving economic growth, workforce development, and neighborhood improvement. All these events highlight the strength, dedication, and diversity of our county, whether through economic development, youth engagement, or community service. Union County remains committed to progress and inclusivity. Thank you, and good night to everyone. May I have a motion to adjourn? Motion. Thank you. Clerk of the board, can you please call the roll?
Commissioner Kowalski? Commissioner Palmieri Muedad?
Aye.
Commissioner Williams? Vice Chairman Bodek? And Chair Leon.
Aye.
Have 7 votes in the affirmative. The meeting is adjourned.
Thank you.